Beauty Blender was born once you hit Girlfriends. Can you tell us that story?
Mara created Girlfriends, which was, as we all know and love now, for beautiful, different shade range of beautiful African-American women with different walks of life. But for her, it was really important that they seem modern. She would understand, I think, the limitations or the challenges that women of color had on set with makeup. The other thing that was happening at the time was technology was ramping up fast and furious. The digital world, high def, like all these terms, right? We're floating around and we're like, what? You know, in entertainment, we shoot film and you light a set for what you're doing and the film reacts differently than the digital world. When Girlfriends came about, it was really revolutionary. It was the first show, I think, being shot in high def, like the first network show. It was like an experiment because no network would take this chance, right?
And what year was this?
Oh, girl. I don't know. The problem in filmmaking is that they're very long days, right? And there's a lot of breaks and there's a lot of touch up. And so over the course of the day, you can start off, let's say, with level 1 makeup, everything being perfect. But by the end of the day, you might have level 10 makeup because you just keep adding and you keep touching up and you keep adding powder for shine. You're trying to cut a shiny spot here or there. You need to redo a lip. Things just start changing. So there's something called continuity that you look at. So you take pictures in the morning and you just try to stay as close to those images throughout the day. What was happening was the makeup was doing exactly that. It was kind of just getting heavier and heavier during the day. At the end of the day, they all needed to look like they belonged in the same timeline of the world. I had that talent to airbrush makeup, so they called me in because they said, we think with high definition, this is the way to apply makeup because you're going to get the coverage and the transformation you need, but it's not going to look heavy. And in theory, they were right, but they weren't taking into account a couple things. With an airbrusher, you need electricity. So it's not an on-set touch-up. Like when they say cut and all the people run into set and do the touch-ups, you have to then take the artist off the set and go somewhere with electricity. So that wasn't going to work. The other thing was, again, you didn't want to be piling on makeup throughout the day. So you needed something that could be quick and effective and keep that airbrush look throughout the day. Honestly, the way I started Girlfriends was airbrushing in the morning and using my Beauty Blender tool that was edgeless and blended everything together because even though I was reapplying and adding makeup, as long as I could like bounce that edgeless kind of damp, very fine kind of material, it would kind of just mush all the makeup and it would stay covered. The coverage would be there. The color would be there. There would be no line of demarcation. There would be no level increase of makeup. It would just look the same.